Rise of the clans. In the absence of Rangul, Efrog sent word to the other clans calling for a gathering on neutral ground, announcing it is time for a new union of clans to be formed, led by the Dark Mind and Death Breeze. Despite the fall of the Dark Mind, their past fame, and the prestige of the Death Breeze clan, Despite the fall of the Dark Mind, their past fame and the prestige of the Death Breeze clan made the major clans become interested enough to participate, and the minor clans followed suit. Some are curious, some want to destroy the upstarts and increase their own strength and improve their standing, while a few actually want to follow a leader into a real war. Now Rangul and Rat, the new chieftain of Dark Mind clan, have arrived and the meeting can finally begin. Oh, I can't say I'm very optimistic about this, Rangul. We all tried to unite some clans behind a common goal, and you know what happened. Oh, there isn't a bit about Mountain or the other guy. Did we just skip that? We only tried to unite them for a raid, Rat, nothing more. Promised the clan's riches and fame, and they ended up with neither. You're so right, of course. There's going to be battle. I'll be surprised to see the other clans just join us peacefully. And Sora thinks that he and his bloodhound thugs are stronger than the rest of us and should lead. It's going to be a problem. He doesn't care for anything but strength in battle. That second he should be capitalized. So I've heard, but for someone who apparently enjoys fighting so much, he's been quite absent from any actual battle lately. He'll be put down and the son of the former chieftain shall take his place. The boy is a child, hardly old enough to join battle. But I guess you're right. Better him than the destroyer. Agreed. I believe that most chieftains are wise enough to join us if we give them a reason to, either by force or more diplomatic means. Destroyer and Zermok are the only ones I've concerns about. But yeah, they skipped that bit. About how to get home. Either go through the Greyguard or the Demon Orcs. I've heard rumours about Zermok. Say he might be the oldest orc alive, maybe even old enough to remember the days of the invasion. What do you think? Will you join us? I'm not sure. On one hand, he tamed the savage, raging fire clan and prevented its downfall, showing great skills as a leader, which is surprising when you keep in mind that he spent many years as a hermit before doing so. On the other hand, he has removed the raging fire clan from all conflicts and consolidated its power. Either he wants his clan to remain completely neutral, or the same goals that we have, or he wants to be the one uniting the clans. That's not what you mean. Well, we'll know soon. Yes, we should. Rangul, one more thing. What is it, Rat? We have to talk about the human. We've been through this already, Rat. She had no part in what happened to your clan. She was raised as one of her own. She is an orc in all but race. She's not human. Not really. She is honor. Yes, you made that quite clear. So I don't agree with it, but you should say my clan and earn my respect, so I will not argue with you. The other chieftains, however, especially Destroyer. You know what he did when he found out that the girl the former chieftain of Bloodhound clan had raised as his child was not really his and not really an orc either, right? Yes, I know. The gold chieftain weak for not being able to protect a woman from a human, and murdered him along with the woman, exiling the child. But that's only part of the truth, you know. Everyone knows that. He wanted to take the place of chieftain anyway, and was just waiting for a chance. Oh, what? The Destroyer's an asshole, but the other clans will also hesitate to join someone who raised a human. The Bloodhound girl and her mother weren't to blame for what happened to them. You adopted a human freely, however. She wasn't forced upon you. I'm not discussing this, Rat. Trust me on this. I'll unite the clans under her leadership. Once the other clans see her fight outside their side against humans, they'll eventually see the truth. At least you did bring her with you to this gathering. Alright, as you wish. Let's get going. I couldn't quite follow what they meant there for a moment. Just the phrasing just did not click. So where is he? Where is the mighty Rangul who thinks he can unite the clans under his banner? They're afraid to show himself. Should have known. The typical death breed. Guards, all of them. They don't even have the guts to face their enemies. They just attack and run away instantly. Pah. Our people need a true orc to lead them. A strong chieftain will never hesitate to charging at our enemies, no matter how many of them there are. A true warrior. A strong warrior. A true warrior. Not some weakling like the old, human-loving Rangoon. Are you really sure you should be saying that when you've a fucking demon model? Shut it, you big oaf. You are by no means in a position to make any claims on leading our people. Not even the rightful chieftain of your clan. I see none of your beasts around to protect you, little Gortog. Come on, then. Come on, say that again. Just give me a reason. Enough, both of you. The clans have been called on neutral ground to talk, not fight. If you attack Gortog during this gathering destroyer, dishonor yourself and your clan. I will not be lectured by some little shaman. Where is our chieftain anyway? Too scared to show himself like the chieftain of the Gold Axe? My chieftain's better things to do than talk with a simple-minded fool like yourself, Destroyer. As does mine. I shall have your head for that, Iron Thunder Runt. Relax, Destroyer. I've called for all of you to talk, not to fight. Ah, the great host has finally arrived. It's about time. We've been waiting long enough, Rangul. Chieftains, I've called for you today to announce something of utmost importance. Bah, get on with it already. We're calling for unification of clans here, you maggot. Don't interrupt them again. Long ago, our ancestors stood united against all other races in order to conquer their lands. They were halted by their enemies, our enemies, and since then our race has declined. We should be ruling the continent and launching giant invasions overseas into the dwarven mines, instead preparing for little raids to get some of the riches the kingdom holds, without ever making any real progress against them. And if demons were to take over, future raids would become nearly impossible. Now, a new demon invasion has begun. The Imperials have tightened their defenses and have killed too many orcs in the past few weeks. We are dying out, fellow chieftains. Every day our numbers are waning. We have to stop our constant fighting and unite under one banner to face these threats and defeat our enemies. If we do this, I have no doubt we'll be able to succeed where our ancestors failed. Of course, you would act as leader of this. Don't make me laugh. I don't give a damn about your two clans. That breeds are raiders who flee like cowards before the enemy can arrive to fight them. The Darkmine clan is hardly a clan anymore. The Bloodhound clan won't follow weaklings such as yourself. You may not be a stupid destroyer, but you're a fool if you believe that it would serve you, Rangul, adopted a human child. No orc could tolerate that. I like your idea of uniting clans, however it should be under my rule, not yours. I will lead our people to victory. I thought Gortog liked her. Or was that a different guy? You're not even a real orc, Depre's runt. Adopted a human child instead of killing her. Even worse than the weakling who ruled the Bloodhound clan before I took over. You have no idea what you're talking about, Destroyer. For you, my simple-minded friend, being an orc just means being the strongest and killing everyone else. What you fail to realize is that there is much more to it than that. Our traditions, our culture, our history, our determination. I've seen it. If the clans do not unite behind one leader, our people are doomed. No clan alone can survive the war that is yet to come. I've seen fire and flames consume our homes if we remain idle. It is time for us to make our move as one race, one people. Has he been getting visions too? I don't remember this. Wait, do you mean? The Raging Fire clan supports the Depres and Darkmine clans in their desire to make Rangul leader of all clans. I'll oppose them will have to face me and my clan as well. Gah! Senile old fool. I'll show your lot who is worthy of being the leader of all clans. I'll tell each one of you apart, while this went just as well as expected. Dogran, howling with me could be worth your while. I'm sure your chieftain can come to an agreement. No, Gortog is someone else. Goldax Khan guy is what I was thinking of. The Goldax Khan will remain neutral in this conflict, Gortog. Orders from chieftain. Only those who can pay for his services shall receive them. Our price is in gold, not promises. So be it then. The minor clans will not easily be thrown in submission. We know we do not have the strength to take over, but we won't just throw ourselves in dirt to serve any of the major clans. I'm sorry, Rangul, but even with the Ravaging Fire clan supporting you, my clan won't just submit to your will without a fight. Our clans had good dealings in the past, but this is too much. Your chieftain and I have always been on friendly terms, Okar. Why is he not here to support my case? I know that he shares some of my ideas. He's old, Rangul. The clan respects him despite his age, but he's become frail in the past few months. Other chieftains had seen him like this, they'd immediately think us weak and attack. He does not want to go to war anymore. That doesn't sound like him. The duel he had with that accursed Imperial mage, it marked him forever. He was burned alive and had barely survived. Despite our forces as well as the other clans, defeat our forces as well as the other clans, then we'll join you. We'll go easy on you, that is all I can promise. Farewell, Rangul. One more thing, Rangul. The chieftain wants me to remind you that he wants to support you, if given the right enticement. We will join you to defeat the other clans. Furthermore, if you're able to send enough gold to further prove it is profitable to work with you, we'll join you during this battle as well. Thank you for your support, Dirmak. I will admit I wasn't expecting you to outright join my cause. You're one of the only chieftains here who could unite them. The only one who's actually going to try doing so without destroying all others. Also, I agree that the orcs need to finally take some land for themselves. The islands cannot feed their people. I will support you against the other major clans. Also keep an eye on the Goldax clan. That being so supportive of only one faction in conflict like this is unusual. I would expect them to be less dismissive of Gortag's offer. Logra may be an honorable warrior, but the Goldax and their clan and their chieftain only care for gold. I don't trust them either after leaving our clan to die because of some contracts. Then again, Grail was to blame for that. I've worked with them in the past, and the chieftain reached out to me prior to this gathering. I assume they expect us to have the highest chances to succeed and want to save their profits. I'm not object to you keeping an eye on them still. Well, while you deal with the major clans, I'll focus my efforts on the minor ones. They made it clear they won't just lie down and surrender. I also intend to absorb parts of them into the Darkmine clan to increase their own strength. The damned Imperials killed too many of my warriors to fight the major clans directly. Previously it was only major clans. I agree, subjugating the minor clans should be your priority. Join our assault as soon as you're ready, Rat. I will. You can count on me. In this chapter, you choose which clan you want to play as. Depres, Darkmind, or Goldax. As Depres, your goal is to defeat your three main enemies. Bloodhand, Skullblade, and Iron Thunder. This is different. Your goal is to defeat all minor clans. You start with a lower maximum food cap, which increases as you defeat them. Goldax clan, your goal is to gather money. You can do so by attacking minor clans and use special methods of Goldax clan to further increase your income. Mining alone won't do. I'll go with Depres. Greed is good. But yeah, the bit where about the kid wasn't his and wasn't even an orc, yeah, that kind of, I did not quite get what they meant there initially. But yeah, it seems a human raped an orc woman. Or who knows, it was a scandalous love affair that the others don't understand. That's a joke. I'm just going to restart it because it may have messed up the camera angle there. But, the kid was exiled. That sounds like they may come up in it. Half orc, half human. That's a traits to, pin to one side. Just keep an eye on. That character may turn up at some point. Depends on how old they were when they were exiled, really.
How can I help?
Nope, still no bloodlust.
Be happy to. Something you're doing?
6,000. While many clans resist the rise of Ungul, the most prominent and powerful ones would be the Bloodhound, Skullblade, and Iron Thunder clans. Forcing them into submission would force minor clans to follow suit, being unable to withstand such a force. Yeah, the guy I was thinking of was the Gold Axe guy, Gortog. Gortog? Apparently him and Vanessa get on. Well, this guy doesn't like Vanessa. They had a vaguely similar name, so I blended the two together. Bloodhound clan can look back on a long history of bloodshed. Even by orc standards, they're bloodthirsty and brutal. Hard to care for anything that is not related to fighting. At the same time, they're strong, maybe the strongest of all the clans. I won't trust them with anything but fighting, but in the first line of an invasion, I think they could cause some havoc. And they revel in it too. Their Iron Thunder clan is weird, I think. I know that Rangul and their chieftain were friends, but I never understood why. Their clan is rather secretive. It said that they could feel some connection with nature, whatever that means. Never understood shamans. Gotta admit that shamans are not to be underestimated, though. They can even make fire rain from the sky. Ravaging Fire Clan. This clan is filled with warlocks and other dark wizards that are completely dedicated to dark arts and magic. They raise the dead and unleash other unholy powers upon all who stand in their way. Though if it wasn't for the current chieftain Zermak, the clan would have destroyed itself. Poor leadership, internal struggles, and wars against other clans had weakened them. Zermak made the clan isolate itself, and they've hardly been seen by other clans for years. There's two things that define the Skullblade clan: hunting and beast taming. Claim their ancestors reached the continent of Arkain on their flying animals instead of traveling on ships. No idea if that's true or not, but they still have those flying beasts to rival whatever flying animal or construction the humans sent against them. The warriors prefer ranged combat over brutal melee, which is unusual for an orc, but are pretty good at what they do. Speaking of things that are unusual for an orc, Skullblade clan doesn't actually need to raid to feed themselves. They're breeding animals in a large quantity. Near some of them even got into fishing. A lot of clans buy their food from them with goods they got from raiding. Destroyer has a rather bad reputation, to say the least. Strongest warrior of the Bloodhound clan undiscovered some secret about his chieftain. Don't know what it is, but apparently it was a reason enough for him to kill the chieftain and his wife and take over. His attitude towards the other chieftains has been rather hostile and uncooperative. The others consider him a traitor and an upstart who doesn't deserve his place, and he considers them all weak. He's an asshole, but at the same time he's probably the strongest orc alive. Zermak. I don't know much about old Zermak. I think even his clan doesn't know much about him. I can tell that he's old, very old, maybe the oldest orc alive even. No one knows how old he actually is. And you don't just ask an ancient warlock who can burn you alive, something like that. He spent many, many years as a hermit on a small island until he took over the Ravaging Fire Clan and saved it from destroying itself. It's a mystery to all of us. All we know is that he's powerful, very powerful. I'm surprised that he joined us in this battle, but I'm not going to complain about it. More than anything else, Gortog is known as a great beast tamer and a leader, his clan loving and looking up to him. It is said that, given enough time, Gortog could not only tame a snake, but even turn it into a dragon with some secret techniques of his clan. I don't believe that, but his clan has countless beasts, and he knows how to ensure survival and growth of his clan. Ensure the survival and growth. I guess he's also smart enough to decide. He was also smart enough not to decide to join Grail on his little raid attempt into kingdoms.
Tell me. I'm glad you're here. What do you want with myself? Huh? Say a word. Let's see if I can find any clues. Ready to work.
Oh, second gold mine over here. The distance mine that. Save and putting down another one. It would just mean having to get more guys. Send dudes.
Yes.
I'll come tall. I do not want to use those. Just raiders. Oh.
What do you want?
maybe going with witch doctors. Hmm.
Can't build there.
But yeah, they skipped the bit about getting here. Like, do you fight the humans? Do you fight the demon orcs? They skipped that.
Ready to work. Ready to work.
White Hound clan.
I'll look into myself.
They're white. They're marked hostile, but it's almost same white as me. Can I recruit them by just running up? No.
Return to the earth. Let's see if we can find a crew.
Hit it.
Let's see if we can find a crew. Work complete. Work complete. Work complete. What trouble? Let's see if we can find a crew. I'll look into it myself.
Go back.
Let's see if we can find it. Ready to ride. Someone call me enough. Glad you're here. Ready to work. How may I serve? What trouble? You're sick, may help? Glad you're here. Help. How may I serve? Work complete. What trouble? I hear there's someone. Glad you're here. Ready to work. Help. Glad you're here.
Don't mind if the shaman goes down.
Hear there's someone. Glad you're here. Let me at it. Our outlying town is being attacked. Trouble.
Good. We already have pillage.
Return to the earth. Let me at it.
If I take out this, will you just join me or something? No.
Help. What? Ready to ride. We're under attack.
I suppose it would probably been cheaper for me to just build a second thing over here.
What do you want?
With the amount I would have to spend on workers to distance mine.
Ready to work. We're under attack. Can't build there.
Slavemonger clan. Huh. Averaging fire is neutral with these. Silver to it.
Tell me what trouble has been on.
Everyone back.
Tell me what troubles you. I look at my head.
Skull blade. Blade swallower. Dragon lancer. Oh.
We're under attack. Yes. Happy to. I can do that.
Yeah.
Glad you're here. What troubles you? Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna scout. And they got bloodlust.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Ooh. Okay, good. For a moment I was worried, like, I thought they were all the same unit. Like, the base unit was this guy.
Troubles you. Something. Our allied town is being attacked. Happy to.
Excuse me.
Word. I'm glad you're here.
Those demon orcs may still turn up. Like, no one is here to our limited knowledge.
Let's see if we can find any clues. I hear there's someone. What troubles you? You seek me help? I'm glad you're here. How may I serve? What troubles you? What? I'm glad you're here. You seek me help? Tell me. What? Master? You seek me help? I hear.
Spine Fang Clan. A little annoying that these, like these guys can just walk through, and will just happily walk through them. But I can't.
Our I'll look in. Yes, chieftain.
Jesus. I can't just fight for an attack till I can drop some stasis totems. Jesus.
Say the word. What do you want? What troubles you? Need something? Tell me. What troubles you? Our ally town is being attacked. Let's see if say the word. I'm glad you're here. Yes, chieftain. Yes. Happy to. Our allied town is being attacked.
They seem to be able to reasonably well defend themselves. Despite him saying like they couldn't take any of the major cons on head on, he's not completely powerless.
Something you're doing? I can do that. Okay, dokie.
Excuse me.
Work complete. Work complete. Work complete.
Yeah, may want to finish these off.